let go of everything.
Yeah, I just pulled a professional killer. Yes. Hey, mom. Mom, I just got the professional killer. Woo! Said nobody ever. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Heroes Charge episode. This is a special episode, but not the special that you're thinking of. This is the special needs kind of episode, because in this episode, I'm going to show you all some of the worst heroes that you can possibly have in the game. How I know? I've had these heroes, I've used them, I've leveled them up, and then I was like, fuck, what the hell? I wasted all my resources, time, gold, everything on these guys just to leave them in the dust. These heroes are just bad. I'm the worst gamer, and even I won't use any of these guys. Take my advice, heed my warning. I'm going to show you guys the heroes that you need to leave behind and don't waste any more time on. By the end of this episode, you'll be thanking me for all the resources that you saved, time and money. Let's not hold off any longer and begin this bad of the worst countdown with this guy, PK. Yeah, it's the professional killer. Too bad the only profession that this guy specializes in is killing your own teammates. To make matters worse, this guy is one of the first early heroes that we get in the game. You get your 5 starters, and then you get 1 free diamond chest. The first one you get will be a 3-star hero, and it's either between this guy, Brute, Windmaster, Succubus. I don't know, I'm not really sure, but I just feel like this guy is like 90% chance that you're gonna get him. I've gotten him pretty much every time I start a new game, and you're all excited you're about to get a nice new hero, 3-star hero with your first diamond chest pull, and bam, you get this loser. Seeing as he's the first hero that you get at 3 stars, a lot of players will waste a lot of their resources and coins and experience items to level this guy up. But trust me, do not make that mistake. He will not be useful in anything in the game throughout the game. Just because he's at 3 stars doesn't mean that he's a great hero. So, it's a trap. Don't do it. I wasted my bloody eye on you, you stupid fuck. Next up, we have the Sharpshooter Sniper. Too bad he's missing an eye. I mean, literally, I think this guy is blind in one eye. The reason for that is because this guy misses like 90% of every shot he takes. His ultimate is not that great, it doesn't deal that much damage, and it usually hits the target who's pretty much about to die anyways. His other attacks do minimal damage, not to mention the fact that they miss half of the time. So that makes this guy very useless, missing all of his attacks and not really doing much damage. I mean, he's supposed to be a backline damage dealer. His legendary skill did upgrade him a little bit, but not nearly enough as it should have. So he still remains as one of the useless heroes in the game. Don't waste any of your resources on him. You're not going to need him. You can't use him in the portals. You can't use him in the crusade arena. He's useless. He's pretty much useless all around. So don't waste any kind of resources on the sniper. Next up, one of the OGs in the game, one of the originators, the Lightning Master. The Lightning Master is one of the free heroes you get early on. The game just gives him to you because that's how crappy he is. They're like, here, take this guy, he sucks. And this guy looks like that dwarf from Lord of the Rings. So you think he's actually pretty good. He's got 2 hammers, you know, he's Thor of the kill in the sky of lightning, but he's the complete opposite. His ultimate is decent enough. It does AoE damage to the whole team, but it doesn't do as much damage as it needs to. There's plenty of other heroes that will do way more damage than him. His other skills leave a lot to be desired. I mean, he's supposed to be a DPS hero, magic hero, but it just doesn't do nearly enough damage as it is. Most players will leave this guy behind early in the game, and they never really level him up to the end. There's plenty of other options out there other than the Lightning Master. Next up on the list that nobody wants to be a part of is Gore, the fat pig. He's over there eating tomatoes like they're cheesecake. Anyways, this guy's another very useless hero in the game. He does serve a little bit of a purpose in being a defensive tank, but just not nearly enough as you'd want. He has no attack whatsoever, and he's he could be replaced by a lot of other tanks in the game, so that makes him pretty expandable. There's no need to level this guy up at all. You're pretty much going to regret later on in the game. There's so many other tanks that you can replace him with. And that's pretty much it about Death Gore. Next up, we have the... I don't even know what the fuck this thing is. It's like a weird shadow type of thing. But this is Ferryman. And he's supposed to be, I guess, the bringer of death. The nightmare guy. Salander his name is. But the problem is, his ultimate is very weak. It deals damage to the whole team. And it also is triggered once he dies. But it just doesn't do anywhere near the... the attack that it should do. There's no need for him in any of the Outland portals. There's no need for this guy in the Crusade. There's no need for this guy on the arena. And it pretty much just leaves him to nothing else. Don't waste any resources on the Ferryman. He could go take a hike if you ask me. I mean, the game would not change at all if this guy was not around. And drum roll please. Last on this list of losers is the Mountain. Yeah, the Mountain. I bet you probably didn't even think this guy was even in the game, because I forgot all about him, and so does everybody else. The thing that I think happened with the Mountain is, I think at UCool, the manager goes up to one of the designers there, the one who's in charge of creating the Mountain, goes up to him and says, "Hey Timmy, you know the deadline for another hero is tomorrow, right?" Timmy looks at him and is like, "Yes sir, I already know." Once the manager leaves, Timmy's like, "Oh fuck, I completely forgot I had to do a hero." So he sits around, goes in his office, he's scrambling, a little bit of paint, bam, figures out this statue looking thing with some wires across his chest and some diamonds on his shoulders, which isn't the worst design if you ask me. It's decent enough. Then Timmy goes to the boss's office and is like, "Hey boss, here it is, what do you think?" Boss looks at it, is like, "Well, seems good enough. But what are you going to call this thing?" Timmy looks at him and is like, "Oh shit." Looks around. First thing he sees out the window, a couple of mountains, is like, "Sir, this is the Mountain. He's a tank. He'll tank anything." And boom, there you have it, the Mountain name. The problem is, Timmy was so hungover from partying too much that he just put in a bunch of shitty skills together and made this guy so useless. Another thing about this guy is, I'm pretty sure that he's a female. Look at his name. It's Etna. Where I come from, that's a female name. So he's a weird statue looking female. You'll have to check his genitalia to make sure what he is, but yeah, I'm not sure if he's even... I'm not sure if you can even use him in the Valkyrie Showdown, which I really doubt. But anyways, he sounds like a female to me. If you happen to get unlucky and get this guy in one of your diamond chests or anything like that, I feel bad for you. So don't waste any more resources than you have to on this loser. Look at you. You fucking suck. So the creation that Timmy created not only ends up being one of the worst heroes in the game, that I have to make a video about it. The worst gamer has to call this guy the worst hero. But Timmy loses his job. UCool gets sued. They have to settle on a bunch of money. And they gotta completely change the game. Damn, Timmy. Way to go, buddy. Messing everything up. Alright, everybody. So that was some of the worst heroes from the worst. You heard it here first. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a like. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet. You'll get the latest content and new videos that I have coming out daily. As always, no matter where you're watching from, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.